All right, and good morning, and welcome to day 7, lesson 7 of A Course in Miracles. I am so happy and grateful this morning that I have the opportunity to uh, share my insight on this lesson, and I'm just so happy that you are here. Today's lesson 7 is a very, very important lesson in our process. If you can remember, I mentioned that the first part of these lessons are designed to help us to undo the way that we see now, to undo the way that we currently see. And we also mentioned that the the aim of the exercises is to increase our ability to extend the ideas that we're practicing to include everything. Very important point. I want to make one more point this morning before we get into the lesson, and that is that um, we do not have to perfect these lessons. You don't have to do them perfect. You don't have to, even as you go through your day, you know, if you are practicing the lesson and you find yourself angry or upset, or if you find yourself not applying the lessons correctly, don't be hard on yourself. The only requirement here is that we practice the ideas, not that we perfect them. Okay, so you can relax. It's not about perfecting the lessons or the idea, it's about you practicing them. It is in the practicing of them that the transfer of understanding comes, the transfer of uh, the benefit comes from the practice of them. Okay, so lesson 7 says, I see only the past. What? Yes, I see only the past. That's the idea for today. This idea is particularly difficult to believe at first, yet it is the rationale for all the other preceding ones. For us to confess that we only see the past, that's a huge idea. That's a different idea and could be difficult for some of us. But it says is that is the reason for the 6 previous ideas and the 6 previous lessons. It's because we see only the past. It is the reason why nothing that you see mean anything. Lesson 1. It is the reason why you have given everything you see all the meaning that it has for you. Lesson 2. It is the reason why you do not understand anything you see. Lesson 3. It is the reason um, why your thoughts do not mean anything and why they are like the things that you see. Number 4. It is the reason why you are never upset for the reason that you think. Number 5. It is the reason why you are upset because you see something that is not there. And that was lesson 6. So, what it is saying in this, the idea for today that we only see the past or we see only the past, it says, because we see only the past, that is why what we see doesn't mean anything. That's why we give all the meaning to it. That is why all of the other previous lessons, it gives preceding lessons. It's the reason why those state ideas were made, because we only see in the past. Wow, that's a big revelation. Only see in the past. That means that right now, while I'm looking at this camera and I'm making this um, video to apply the idea to this, I'm saying, okay, Oliver, you only seeing in the past where this lesson is concerned, because I've done this lesson in the past several times. And so even when I approach day's lesson 7, and when I first read it, I only see the past. The first thing that kicks in is my memory. I remembered this lesson. I remembered the experience that I had with this lesson. I remember applying the lesson. And so I immediately brought my memory into the present. And so when I bring my memory into the present moment, so I'm not seeing in the present moment, I'm actually just bringing my past experience into the present moment and not looking at maybe this lesson for the way that it is being presented in this very moment. It says old ideas about time are very difficult to change because everything you believe is rooted in time and depends on your not learning these new ideas about it. Yet, that is precisely why you need new ideas about time. We need new ideas because our entire life has been seen through the prism of our past. And so we're not open to new ideas in many cases. And all of us know the experience of not being open to new ideas. Why? Because we have become so uh, comfortable in our past experience that we approach everything from the past experience. And so we're not actually having a new experience in the present moment. So we're actually living in the past. It says the first time idea is not really so strange as it sounds at first. It says, look at a cup. And I have a cup here. It says, look at a cup, for example. Do you see a cup? Or are you merely reviewing your past experiences with picking up a cup, being thirsty, drinking from the cup, feeling the rim of the cup against your lips, and having breakfast, and so on? Or you are not your authentic reactions to the cup based on past experiences? How else would you know whether or not this kind of cup will break if you drop it? What do you know about this cup except what you've learned in the past? You would have no idea that what this cup is, except from your past learnings. Do you then really see the cup? Or what we're seeing is our past experience with the cup. So, am I seeing the cup in this present moment, or am I only seeing the past? You get it? Look about you. This is equally true of whatever you look at. Acknowledge this by applying the idea for today indiscriminately to whatever catches your eye. For example, I see only the past in this pencil. I see only the past in this shoe. I see only the past in this hand. I see only the past in this body. I see only the past in this face. I see only the past in this pen. I see only the past in these glasses. I see only the past in this mouse. So look around you at everything that you can see with your physical sight and apply the idea for today. I see only the past. Why? Because when we're looking at it in that moment, we're actually just associating our past experience with the object that we're looking at. And we're not really looking at the object. We're looking at the past. That's what it means when it says, I only see the past. Do not linger over any one thing in particular, but remember to omit nothing specifically. Remember, when you're applying the ideas for today, they have to apply to everything. Nothing is omitted. If we omit one thing to say that I'm not looking at the past, no, I'm looking at the present, then we're making an exception. Okay? It says glance briefly over each subject and then move to the next. So today you want to do 3 or 4 practice periods, each to last just a minute or so, and that will be enough. So for 3 or 4 different times today during your day, take a look around you and indiscriminately, where your eyes lay on a particular object or thing, just apply the idea. I see only the past in that light. I see only the past in whatever object you lay your eyes on. This is a really profound idea and a crucial idea to us undoing the way we see now. Because the way we see now is not with Christ's vision. And so, in order to get to the mind of Christ, we have to recognize that the way we're seeing now is not the mind of Christ. There has to first be a recognition. Okay. So that is the lesson for today. And also, as we move through the lessons, we're going to begin to talk about, the 6 mental capacities that all of us have. All of us are endowed with uh, mental capacities as well as physical capacities. We have the 5 senses: the sight, the taste, the touch, the smell, the hearing. But then there are 6 uh, invisible uh, 6 invisible qualities that we are all endowed with. And I'll just go ahead and name them here. We all have imagination. We all have reason, the ability to reason. We all have the ability to remember or memory. We all have um, intuition. We have an intuitive nature in us. We all have the ability to perceive, meaning to see something and interpret it. That's what perception is. It's an interpretation. And then we all have the ability to have a will. Okay? Those are the 6 faculties that all human beings have. You all have. Everybody has those abilities. They're all invisible abilities, unlike the 5 physical senses. They are physical abilities, but these are invisible um, faculties that we all have. And so the reason that the reason we only see in the past is the fact that we have the ability to have a memory. So what we're seeing actually is our memory. We're not seeing the cup in this present moment. We're seeing the memory of our interaction with the cup. And that is a profound idea that is going to help us to transition from the way we see now to the mind of Christ. Think about that. All right. Have a great day. I enjoyed doing this. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.